I don't usually hike alone, especially not in the deeper parts of the forest. But that day, something pulled me in. I'd had enough of emails, deadlines, the hum of fluorescent lights. I wanted the silence, the kind only trees can offer. The trail I took wasn't on any map. I stumbled on it by accident, half covered in leaves and barely a foot wide. It felt like a secret, like something wanted me to find it. The deeper I went, the quieter it got. No birdsong, no wind, just the crunch of my boots and the occasional drip of water somewhere far off. I tried not to think about how unnatural it felt. I first noticed it around midday. That prickling sensation, you know the one, like someone's watching. I spun around, half expecting to see a deer or maybe another hiker, but there was nothing. Just trees, standing too still. I kept walking, but it didn't go away. The feeling of being followed clung to me like a fog. Every so often, I'd catch a flicker of movement in the corner of my eye, a shadow that ducked just out of sight. I'd turn fast, trying to catch it, but there was never anything there, just empty forest and my own heartbeat pounding in my ears. It got worse the farther I went. At one point, I swore I heard breathing behind me. Not my own, low, rhythmic. I whipped around again, heart slamming into my ribs, and again, nothing. Not even a squirrel. I started talking to myself to break the silence. You're fine, I whispered. You're alone. But I wasn't. That night, I made camp in a small clearing, trying to ignore the way the trees seemed to loom. I barely slept. Every time I closed my eyes, I'd hear twigs snapping just outside the tent. Soft footsteps, breathing, but when I unzipped the flap and shined my light, the woods would just stare back, innocent. The next morning, I found footprints around my tent. Not mine, not an animal, just long impressions, like someone had been circling me while I slept. I packed up and left in a hurry, but no matter how fast I walked, I couldn't shake the feeling. I didn't see it until the very end. Not clearly. Just a shape, tall, thin, unnatural, ducking behind a tree the instant I turned. It moved like a trick of the eye, like it knew I'd be looking. I ran the rest of the way back, lungs burning, and when I finally stumbled out of those woods, the feeling disappeared, like someone had let go of the back of my neck. I told myself it was nothing, just paranoia, a deer, my imagination. That's what I kept saying anyway. But sometimes, even now, when I'm walking down a city street or sitting in my apartment with the lights off, I feel it again. That weight, that watching, like something almost close enough to touch me.